And Manitoba also remains a province under a province-wide state of emergency due to spreading wildfires. And more than 27 active wildfires are burning across that province, and thousands of residents in the northwestern region have been forced to flee. Today, the Government of Canada partnered with the province to match Red Cross donations to help people affected by wildfires. Among those who were ordered to evacuate from Denare Beach, Saskatchewan, was volunteer firefighter Harley Vliegenthart. He was forced to retreat after the fire got out of control, and Harley's now staying with family friends near Dauphin, Manitoba, and that's where we're speaking to him tonight. Harley, thank you so much for your time tonight. I was reading the pre-interview that was done, and I can't imagine what the past few days have been like for you, but what can you tell us about your experience trying to contain the fires that eventually, crept into your community?
Well, it was a very long, hard fight there. And we weren't just fighting a fire, we were fighting a lot of miscommunication, mismanagement, misorganization there as well. There was multiple fronts and multiple issues with them. We're just a small volunteer department there. There's only me and 10 other guys, 11 or 12 of us in total. It was a tough one, that's for sure.
That is a really small number. How in total on the ground? It was you got just how many people were actually trying to hold this back?
Well, in our department there was 11 people. We also had Type 1 crews from the SPSA, the Public Safety Agency. So those are our wildland guys. And on the last day there, when the fire was creeping directly into Denare, burning across the peninsula, we had Creighton out there as well. So,
and the fire that we're talking about, this is the fire that is threatening a number of communities. Denare Beach, one of them. Flin Flon is another. This is the same fire I think that we're talking about, right? Do you feel like resources were... Go ahead.
There is two fires. They've probably joined by now. There's the Wolf Fire, which is what eventually came around and got us in Denare. Then there's a Club Fire, which was threatening Creighton for a while, still continues to threaten Flin Flon, Manitoba.
Yeah, no, the maps I'm looking at, they may not have actually merged, but it's certainly, they all look like there's a lot happening in that area. And so to my point, do you feel like you have enough resources? Do they have enough resources on the ground to be dealing with the situation that they are?
Well, unfortunately, it took our village burning up to kind of go, all systems go on this one. Now I think they're in a much better state, but as we were fighting for the past 9 days, we did not have even next to nothing. We had nothing. The sprinklers we had in Denare Beach there to set up on our fire breaks, we had 9 left over in one of our members' backyard, and we had 30 that came in from Nipawin. They were irrigation sprinklers. We had to modify them to fit our needs.
That fire that took Denare Beach, it reached, I think, rank 6. Can you explain to me what that means?
A rank 6 fire is it's a very fast-moving fire, burns incredibly hot. They stopped counting the size of the flame at rank 6. That's 200-foot flame. It runs across the landscape and never touches the ground. It'll burn across treetops, and then because it just burns the treetops, it can go back and sustain itself for a much longer time.
And is that the point where you said, I've got to get out of here?
Well, yeah, when we were there fighting, where I was, we were refilling one of our pumper trucks because all we could really do at that point was go around and try and wet down as much area around the community as we could. We were filling up one of our pumper trucks. We had pieces of ember about that big hitting the side of the truck and popping off and exploding on the ground. Visibility was maybe 20 meters, and we got that call to evacuate out of there. It was time. It's coming.
Yeah. Harley, what made you want to be a volunteer firefighter? I mean, is this ever a scenario you thought you were going to be in?
Well, before this, I thought of the possibility. I always thought it'd be a pretty bad spot for us to be in, and now it's happened. And it was a bad spot for us to be in. Me and the rest of the guys on our crew, we're volunteers. We do it purely out of the passion, the love we have for our community.
And that community is now lost. Your home, I understand, is also now lost. And it's a place where you grew up. So what's next?
Yes. Well, what's next? I'd like for the loss of Denare Beach to be a message and a warning to the rest of the country on how things are looking with our fire effort, our firefighting effort, and the systems we have in place. Last year, when Jasper was on fire, Alberta was calling for a unified fire effort, and I think we need one now, for sure. Needed one before this. Fire activity has been, sorry?
No, go ahead.
Fire activity has been ramping up over the past 4 or 5 years. It's hard to say, but in a way, we weren't caught off guard by this one. You know, we were just talking earlier this summer, me and the rest of the guys, we were saying, oh, this might be the year we get it. And we got it. But as it ramps up, there's not been much change in the way we fight things, how we fight things, how resources are distributed or managed. And that needs to change now. We need an investigation, an assessment, and change.
Harley, you're just an important voice as we're watching Saskatchewan and Manitoba go through what they are right now. So I really appreciate this conversation. Harley Vliegenthart is a volunteer firefighter in Denare Beach, reaching us tonight from near Dauphin, Manitoba. Thank you.